Candace Owens is facing a lot of backlash. People are saying she's downplaying the Holocaust. Others are saying she's trying to deny the Holocaust altogether. This comes primarily, it seems, after a video she released where she was asking questions about and made a statement about Mengele's experiments. Honestly, I think if Candace Owens believed the Holocaust was fake, she would come straight out and say it. She would say, guys, we've been lied to, here's how and here's why. She's done the same with the COVID vaccine and plenty of other topics. And if she did say the Holocaust wasn't real or wasn't that bad, those accusations would be, I think, fully warranted. But she has not once, that I'm aware of, said that the Holocaust wasn't real or wasn't bad. What she did say is that the description of Mengele's experiments seemed like, quote, bizarre propaganda. I don't agree with her use of the word propaganda in that context. I don't really understand what she meant by that. I don't understand who would benefit from making up descriptions of the Mengele experiments. And I can see how people could take that statement in particular and infer or interpret it to mean that Candace doesn't believe that the Mengele conducted evil experiments on children, which has then snowballed into this idea that Candace doesn't believe in the Holocaust or doesn't think that it was that bad. So I hope that she gives more context as to why she used that word and explain what she meant and the reasons why, because I think her use of that word is where a lot of this backlash is stemming from. That said, after all of the lies we were told during the COVID years, horrific lies that were packaged so intentionally to deceive us, and lies that cost the lives of so many people, it's not surprising to me that Candace wants to ask questions about the way that we were taught history. Why would Mengele cut off body parts and sew them back together? That's not an unreasonable question. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. It means it seems strange. I don't think asking the question, why would he do that, is the same thing as saying Mengele was an okay guy or never conducted experiments or wasn't evil. In the same way, Candace pointing out what happened to the Germans after World War II is not downplaying the Holocaust. The Holocaust was a horrible thing that cost the lives of millions of people, and we should be aware of it. In the same spirit of defending innocence, we should also be acknowledging and learning about the genocide and injustices faced by other groups of people too. For instance, I never learned about what happened to German innocents after World War II. Never. It was the Holocaust. The USA saves the day by dropping nuclear bombs on enemy cities. The war ended. The US liberates people from concentration camps. The end. What we didn't focus on much at all is the fact that we dropped bombs on innocent civilians. And when that is discussed, it's only in the context of collateral damage and a sad but necessary loss for the sake of winning the war. How messed up and hypocritical is that? People are outraged about the deaths of innocent Palestinian civilians, as they should be. They're outraged over the innocent lives taken and the people taken hostage on October 7th, as they should be. But why aren't we also questioning and condemning the US dropping bombs on innocent civilians in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? By the way, Nagasaki had been the center of Catholicism in Japan since the 16th century. I didn't know that either until recently because we don't talk about this stuff in school. Why aren't we learning about the Bolsheviks and the slaughter of Russian Christians at school as well as the Holocaust? Because again, that wasn't in the curriculum when I was going to school. I learned about it in college when I was doing independent reading because I was interested in the story of the Romanovs. Why aren't we allowed to study and question the morality of these other historical events too? I think this is exactly Candace's point. When we are talking about the persecution and unfair, immoral treatment of Jews or Muslims or Palestinians, everyone is quick to point out the injustices. Again, as they should. But why can't we do the same for other innocents as well? Why can't we do the same thing for Christians that are being persecuted and murdered across the world for their faith as well? Why doesn't the media cover those things and talk about how wrong they are as well? And why do people like Candace keep being accused of Holocaust denial or downplaying the Holocaust for asking this very valid question? A perfect example of this double standard was her appearance on the Don Lemon show, where when she brought up Christian persecution, he laughed in her face and said, come on, Candace, you're not serious. We're not going to talk about Christian persecution. That's not worth anyone's time. Why can't we talk about injustices faced by other innocent people too? Say Christians. I'll say it again, discussing injustices faced by other people other than Jews is not downplaying the Holocaust or denying the injustices faced by Jews or Palestinians or anyone else. And once again, if Candace Owens thought the Holocaust was a scam, I really think she would straight up say it. Say what you will about her, you don't have to like her, you don't have to agree with her, but she's not afraid to be controversial. She has straight up said she believes the moon landing was staged. She has straight up said she believes the CIA was involved with the assassination of JFK and offers reasons why she thinks that. I really think people are missing her real point, which is that we should be asking questions about things that we don't quite understand so that we can learn more about history, and we should be calling out every injustice against innocence that we see, regardless of location, faith, or ethnicity. That's all.